more than a dream. It's more than an event. It's a culture-shifting experience for us who do more, for us who believe in more. JUTA DE BEER, the live experience, live from Hallmark House, on the 16th of April, to meet everyone who does more, to meet everyone who's about to be more.
You see, you chase things, once you get them, they don't mean anything anymore.
From JUTA DE BEER, imini Msindiswe C, umvelisi Meliswe Sizwe, formerly known as Lwazi Madonsela, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture, but also formalize the street hustle. On today's episode, we have
Housecatz. Msindiswe umvelisi on a special edition. Thank God for the savings. How did he do it again? I have the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, don't forget. I have the man. The coach, the DJ, the curator, the designer, the stylist. Hey man, if you think about doing it, it's probably done it and made a profit, isn't it? Housecatz.
Really?
Ja, Thabo Mshengu.
Budget size, needings, just a big see this product.
We've been talking about doing the part for a while. And back then, the episodes were a lot already shot when we met in real time. So this year it finally came and finally happened. First question I wanted to ask in everything that you do. How feasible is it hosting an event? Just from a broader perspective, because we're not talking Coachella. We're talking about events with like maximum cap, like 1,000 people. How feasible is it doing that? Because you've done a lot of those in different spheres, different curation.
Showcase. I mean, like there can be a profit. It's just like how you approach the whole thing, you see? And what's the reason, number one, I believe, why you're doing this thing? You know, you want to pay some relevance, so you want to make money, you know, or you need to be intentional in what you do. So if you're intentional, you'll find ways of making it to be profitable to you, right? Of course, when you do events, probably the biggest cost will be venue, sound, and lineup. You know, it can, but also it cannot. Depends, you know, what angle you're trying to, you know. But if number one, you're accessible enough, then you're nice. You're starting on plus, right? So that's business 101. Whenever you do something, all right, just make sure that you do it on plus. If you want to do things on minus, there's a high risk that you even going to make profit. It's either going to break even or just like be in debt. And that debt can carry you for the rest of your life if you're not smart enough.
Yeah. How do you create an event for the kid at home? I've always wanted to host something, like still me. This year I want to host something, I want to do something.
Sure.
How do I go about curating an event, knowing how to actually successfully run an event?
So, as I said, man, like it depends on what's your narrative. But why do you want to do an event? You see, but to start doing an event, I mean, there's no simple way. There's not an easy way. You just need to be committed, right? Number one, I think you need to be committed and intimate, right? Number two, build a network around what you want to do, right? Because you don't want to start an event on minus with like super cost, right? So if you are present in that space, you know, you're building that network, you can make, if people now know, you successfully make those networks and now people know Lwazi Skipper, you know, how are you coming in, right?
Yeah.
You're able to make trade exchanges, you know, to say like, okay, cool. So you know how good I am in this thing, right? Should you need services, you know, I'm there. Let's rock. I need something also, you know. So you do the barter system, you know, it does work, right? Like, trust me, like white people, everybody does barter. Especially if you're creative, that's our current.
Good. And the one thing that I mentioned in the intro, you're a designer, stylist, DJ coach, gallery owner, store owner, brand owner. How are you facilitating all your dreams at one time?
It's not one time.
Okay.
It's not one time. Because remember,
schools are running now.
Yeah.
Schools are running now.
Yeah.
Housecatz is DJing tomorrow.
Sure.
And you're hosting an event Sunday.
Sure. But like, listen, it's it's the amount of work you've put in behind the scenes, right? It's not today, it's not tomorrow. You just do things. You see, you need to put in time before so that your plan, when you execute it, you know, you're intentional. That's why there's like a rollout, basically. You see, she said like, okay, cool. We've been recording music, you know, we've been, you know, doing all of these things, building the network. Now we are ready want to drop, you see. And then that time when the rollout, people think like, it's now, it's not now, you know, you've done the work. So DJing this year, 23 years, professionally taking gigs, bookings.
For 23 years
Yeah,
straight.
this year.
It's almost my whole lifetime.
You see, so that amount of work that I have till today to say like, okay, cool. Next week I want to do an event. I can successfully do it, you know, because I know what I need to do, you know. And I do have resources, most of the resources, like me, probably 50% of the resources, I do have that, you know. So I don't have to pay for those resources. So the other 50%, then I know maybe I'm going to call out a couple of brands to be like, okay, cool, I'm doing this. I need you to meet me in this. I think it's going to be beneficial for you. Make a proposal, you know, present it to them, whatever. That probably can cover the other 50. So you're already like on plus, you know, when you're doing this thing. So it's an experience that you need to put in to say like, okay, short-term goal, DJ pen. We are both shine, booking, we make money, send them sendo, we get that relevancy. And then after 5 years, you know, it's okay, cool, right?
Yeah.
The game cannot forget me now. I've paid my dues.
23 years.
You see?
What's the journey been like? Does the price keep going up and down, or it's just always been up?
Also, it depends. Me, I like being like in different spaces. I don't like being like in just like one space, like when I do stuff. So for the 2 years, I'll be like trying to get a different market altogether. Like I've never been in this space, you know, I'm getting in, I'm fresh, you know, I'm learning the game. Okay, cool. So this is the vibe. Okay, cool. But you're going to have a benchmark where like your fee, it's this fee, you know, you're not willing to go down below this, even if you're trying, it's a new thing, right? So you always got to be fresh, basically, you see? So there are times where like now this space or kind of like really fills you and then we just make it. But when you got in, you were not making it. In the next year, now you're killing it, right? And now we're tired of the space. You're like, all right, cool, night. Let me now jump, cross over to another one.
It's podcast coming soon.
You know, and let me jump to another one. Another one now, you get to that space, you know, you're learning, you new, and then they kind of like, geez, okay, this is a real business.
Yeah.
And then they put in money, you know, oop, you jump to another one. So it's cool, man. You know, it's a graph. You know, it's just like general life, you know, there's highs and lows, but you just need to be sustainable.
How do you work with partners? How do you sustainably work with partners? Because I'm from a generation, most of our views are from the generation where it's like, I will shoot this thing with my phone, I will edit it on CapCut,
Sure.
and I will post it tomorrow. But
Sure.
when it comes to scaling of events, comes to scaling of creating clothes, because you have a secondary partner to where you buy the fabrics, you
Sure.
distributing your courier company for when you have to send it to Cape Town.
Showcase.
How do you work with partners? What's been that thing that sustained your partnerships?
I mean, like, it's professionalism. That's what you go for. You know, you want the best because now when you do something, you're going to start and then eventually you're going to get to another level where now you've got something to lose. You see? So you need to maintain that. Like, you can't lose. So professionalism, of course, now when you get partners, you do that like screening background check to say like, I know here we legit, we're nice, and then let's rock, let's go. You see? So it needs to be on your terms because that's your field, dog. Nobody else knows it better than you. So anybody who comes in through you, because of you, they gotta listen to you, dog. If they cannot give you those services, you jump onto other ones, you know, because you cannot afford to lose both time and money.
What keeps you creative though? Like 23 years DJing, now you have a DJing school. What keeps you there?
I mean, like some other things, man, they just like God's blessings. You see, I'm not always in charge. That one I know for sure. I'm not always in charge, and I listen to myself. I'm self-invested, basically. So I kind of know when it's time to retract, relax, say, okay, easy, though. I'm not taking bookings. You won't see me anywhere. You see, just relaxing, checking what's happening now. What's the wave? Because also we live in real time, dog. You see, what was hot yesterday, today, dog.
But how do you know you're not hot anymore? Because like most of us, we work, right? Masasbana, I'm working. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying. And I'm continuously seeing new leaps. But how do I know that, that leap? I think we're pausing for now.
You see, also, if you're going to do things for free, then you're going to hit a low at some point. See? But if you do things because you love them genuinely, right? And it so happens that now these things, they take care of you, right? You need to be like really, really, really know like what you're doing, you see? And you share that nice now to say like, okay, cool. There's a risk in between, right? So, but you gotta keep consistent, right? And sustainable, you see? So if you're gonna always take, dog, it's gonna be shy. Because there's people who would not want to mess with you, like the brands especially, because that's where the real money is. We do these things, we love them, but dog, nah.
The brands keep it running.
The brands keep it running, keeps the lights on. Your new creative idea comes from that check. There's no dog. Between me and you right now, there's no a human being that's got the money that you need. One human being, nah, dog. Imagine now you sharing that lifestyle that you turned off, and somebody has to pay for it every day, dropping bucks on you. No one can do that, dog.
No direct set output.
Yeah, there's no human being, dog, because eventually, dog, your taste is going to get probably to like 100K a day.
Inshallah.
So it's the brands, dog, gotta do the work with the brands, take that check, come reinvest into your own stuff, But when you reinvest into your own stuff, you need to also come with the proper stuff, that you've learned from the corporate side. That's what keeps you sustainable. That's what keeps the consistency. That's what also you stimulated. You have a reason to be creative again. You're only stimulated because you got the checks, you got the nice balance, you got the checks, and you're able to relax, not take everything, You're able to relax, and just read the room, Okay, now the wave is like this, Okay, I see, but things are no longer, but this market needs whatever. And then you like, calm now, like you give it to them, you see, and then it becomes nice. You also need to go back again to the brands so that you can always come back. I believe that's how you sustain it, but like you need to put in time first to get to that level, basically, so get your hands steady, dog, and never be afraid to get your hands steady. I still get in, especially like if you're creative, you want things done in a certain way, with a certain taste, you see. And if you can write a brief, you can be a nice writer, dog, but you wouldn't be able to interpret that enough to the next person to execute that, So some other things you need to get involved with yourself. Like, this one I'm doing it myself, DIY. You can have the money or whatever, but if you want it a certain way and you have the ability to do it, you go for it like that.
So when you're sitting down and you're looking at things like, what's that thing you think like you've said for yourself in all these years of creating, all these years of partnering, all these years of teaching? What's that one thing you've cemented internally? Never mind what the world wants. They will probably see. I think that's a piece now because you've actually chased your dreams.
Oh, I think I'm still chasing my dreams. I mean, the first half of it. It's like I'm still chasing my dreams. Like I'm still chasing my dreams because you know what, man? I'm not saying I'm not grateful of the things that I've achieved, you know. I'm always grateful, but once you've attained those things, dog, they don't mean anything anymore.
She said again, look into the camera.
You see, you chase things, once you get them, they don't mean anything anymore.
Yo.
You see? So, like, it's like you've done that part, dog. It's a check.
You wanted the Gucci, you got the Gucci.
You got
wanted
the
car,
Gucci.
you got the
What the
car.
Gucci is going to do for you now in 5 to 6 months?
Damn.
It's not, dog. So you need to go for another and another,
and
you know, and another. You see, like, I mean, like, dog, it's just like in life, there's nothing that's permanent. You know, so if you want to be like, yeah, dog, I've done this, I've done that. So, dog, you still got to go. If you're still alive, dog, it's not shy, dog. It's always a marathon.
Let's do some positive energy stuff, right? Oh no, before we get to the positive energy, you've been around 23 years professionally as a DJ.
Sure.
I've been around as a creative entrepreneur, we can say chasing a year now, right?
Housecatz.
Realistically speaking, it's like the other things being panned, I was hustling, right? But realistically speaking, as a creative entrepreneur, signing these checks, doing this, having an actual business account, having expenses, because we talk about running businesses, but we never talk about the expenses and stuff,
Sure.
right? How did you formalize that? Where it's like, yo, dog, we have car insurance now. I have medical aid. That's another form of insurance.
Sure.
I have equipment insurance because you also own a store and also owning that equipment, the CDJs. How are you insuring that? What was the way you got around it? Because I'm currently struggling with it and we're figuring out a way.
You need to be a business. Entrepreneurship and business is two different things.
Okay.
You see? So business, it's you understand the analysis, you know, the graphs. This year, when I open, next year, it's gonna be like this. You know, you understand like technology now. Now you get to know how technology move, how often does technology get updated. You know, you find that each and every 8 hours there's a new something with technology, you see. And with the business or whatever business that you want to start, how far you want to go with it, you see. So you need to know all of the back end stuff, you see. So entrepreneurship, dog, it's like you can do a startup and don't have the power, the ability to run it. You see, that's where now you need a businessman to come and run the operations for you, right? So I'm losing my train of thoughts.
How did you insure your business?
How do you get around?
Yeah.
Man, like just like understand your business, know your numbers properly, consult the right things. There's no shortcuts in front of business, which is life also, you know. So do the things right, straight, you know, because insurance is important, because you get a break-in, especially graph again, Housecatz. Yabo. Spinella kasi or spinella masawat.
And you post it on the gram.
Post it on the gram. See? And then others, they come, they check. In fact, like people that come, they check the loopholes. You see, they come as a client, there's a customer. You see, they check the loopholes. They come back later on, they do the job. You see? And now, where's the lost at? You again. So if you don't mind always digging in your pocket, then you're not going to do the right thing, dog. You know, but if you get tired, then you know, it's okay, my money needs to work for me, dog.
On a positive note,
Yeah.
in 5 years, what's that outlandish dream you have to have achieved? In 5 years,
A festival.
a festival.
Yeah. A festival. Like a proper, like nice festival. Yeah.
Nah, all the best with that.
All right.
But most important, what's your word to the youth?
The youth, man.
Please look into the camera so they know it's real.
Okay, cool. Let me change the position for you. So, Buffett, in everything, right, that you do, right, before you learn anything else, start by learning yourself. Give yourself time learning yourself, right? Because the GPS, dog, at your back. The GPS that you need, it's on your back. You see? So if you learn yourself, you'll know the right ways and the right things that you need to do. Dog, it's not a philosophy. It's a real shit. If you know yourself, you will know the things that you need to do and the roads that you need to go. You can decide. It's a choice. If you want to learn yourself also at an early age, right? And live an unregretful life forever.
Yeah.
Or learn yourself at a later stage with a regretful life journey that you've won.
#Kube.
Young child. So if you learn yourself enough, dog, it's just like a year or two, you see, just to understand yourself from any age.
Yeah.
You know, it's that conscious thing, dog. You know, it's gonna anoint you to like do things consciously. You see, oftentimes we do things unconsciously. You know, you grow up, you become a family man, father, but all the decisions, they're unconscious.
Yeah. Thabo, Housecatz.
So learn yourself first so that you understand the things and you will know the things that you want, that you love, and you're going to fight for them all the time. All the time you'll know to say like, this one I got to get. So you will never have something, an idea or anything that sits in your head and not want to achieve it. And you'll know where to get those tools.
My other favorite question.
All right.
You do all these things. What's your worth?
Dog.
Creative worth. Like it's quite we're asking about creative worth. Like if we had to quantify you today, what's your creative
With assets, you can.
No. Not assets. We know the things you own. Crazy things you own. But I'm saying your creative net worth. If someone had to say we're gonna sit Thabo down on a desk Monday to Friday for the next 2 years, what's that price?
So in 8 hours, I need to get money. In 8 hours, I need to be able to pay for my bond, maybe one of them, car, kids' school fees, and look after myself.
So what?
In 8 hours.
100.
I'm not going to put a fee there, but I'm just telling you to say like, in 8 hours, my time, I need to be able to cover those things. So yeah, you'll do the math.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you got the math, put it down in the comments. Put Thabo Mshengu.
All right, shout out, man. Yes, thanks for
Glad it happened, man.
Yeah, shout out. This is dope, man. We respect and honor like guys like you also. You see, because you're able to tap into other spaces and into other people's thinkings and creativity, you know, with a more positive eye than either, you know, and bring those things and those people into this kind of platforms, you see, and all in real time.
It's more than a podcast. It's more than the internet. In fact, it's all about the community. So that's why us as Corner Juta De Beer are about to host our first live experience on the 16th of April at Hallmark House. The experience is about all the corner creators, whether you're in the corner office, the corner of your bedroom, the corner of your little studio, whether you're still in the corner of your mind, we're hosting the best experience for you and everyone around you. Meet all the creators, meet all the ideas on the 16th of April, Hallmark House.